If you're into gourmet cooking or just a self-proclaimed foodie like myself, take note. The Desert Museum is hosting its first ever desert dessert night.
Sounds really good. Well, not only is this a food, now ladies, thank you for coming in.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
And Sarah Lee was talking about making desserts and having to live up to the name Sarah Lee.
Well, it's been a struggle all of my life, but I am trying.
Well, she never cooked with desert native plants.
No, she did not.
No, that's true, but I'm trying to top her.
Yes.
Exactly.
So tell us about this really cool event.
Well, the name Desert Dessert Night actually came from the mail we get that misspells our name. We get Desert Museum, we get Senora Desert Museum. So we were all goofing around one day and we said, wouldn't it be cool if we did a desert dessert night and we used native ingredients in the desserts? So we asked Tucson Originals to partner with us. So we have 15 restaurants in all. And they're coming out on the 24th of May for a special event. And everybody who attends will get a complimentary coffee mug like what you have there.
Excellent.
And we will be serving specialty coffees with and without alcohol. And everybody will be able to taste all of the desserts and vote for their favorites.
So what kind of native plants are we talking about here?
Well, for the Desert Dessert Night, we could be talking about things like saguaros, but then also there are other things that we as homeowners and home cooks can make. Wonderful low Beano effect beans, if you know what I mean. Very high in protein.
I like that.
And these, another thing that I harvested, these are cholla buds, from, you know, the cholla cactus. And you harvest these, I dried them, and I made pickles out of some of them.
Nice.
And I also made this flour, so it gives it a little bit of an extra, something nice, and a little bit of extra health benefit.
I love that description, a little bit of And so this is actually sort of a challenge, though, to restaurants who might be cooking with native plants, right? This event will have other restaurants there. So who is coming?
Oh my goodness. There are 15 restaurants and I know Guinea's French Cafe is one of them. I didn't memorize the whole list. I'm really sorry.
But you can go online and check it out. Though,
yes,
right?
you can go online and see all 15 restaurants. We'll also be having cooking demonstrations that night from some of the chefs. And we'll be hosting our Sonoran Supermarket presentation, which is all about the foods and fibers of the Sonoran desert plants.
And we mentioned actually seeing the Desert Museum at night being a different experience. Can you explain it a little bit more to us?
Well, it's a sparkly event, and it's just a different view on what we think of the desert at night, but this is really enhanced, and especially because you're going to have some great things to eat, it makes the experience even better.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. So the event's from 6 to 10, correct? And so can people walk through the entire museum after having a little bit of food or before they have a little bit of food?
Yes, the museum will be open. All of the grounds will be open. Most of the activities are going to be concentrated in one particular area, but they can wander the grounds. They can visit our tweeting otter. They can visit the new mountain lion cruise and also see the new bighorn ewe, who was just born on May 10th.
Oh, how fun.
Gosh.
All of that will be available, and we're also going to have music, so the event will be quite magical. The lighting at the museum at night is very close to the ground, so the night skies aren't spoiled.
All right, ladies, you've sold me. How much are tickets?
$28 for members, but the price goes up on May 17th, so we're really hoping to see more people buy in advance. They won't have to wait in line to buy a ticket when they get there, and that's going to be a big advantage because they're going to get to the desserts quicker.
Yes.
Right, exactly. So, Rosemary, does the tweeting otter have a smartphone? And opposable thumbs?
The otter triggers the tweets by motion-sensitive cameras.
Oh, okay.
And she's the only otter in the world, the only animal that we know of that triggers the tweets themselves, which is quite fascinating because we get lots of pictures because she moves around a lot.
Cool. And you brought us some coffee. What is this something special?
Because they're going to have alcoholic coffee there.
Well, you can buy it with or without alcohol, but the souvenir mugs will be given to everybody who buys a ticket while supplies last. So we do encourage people to buy their tickets in advance and get in early.
I love this idea. I really do. I'm like super stoked because, I mean, most of our food, as you mentioned before, Sarah Lee, is made out of plants. But when you really think about like our
plants, and then the little tiny buds from the cholla cactus. And then some of my favorite green growy things are amaranth and purslane. I used to spray them with Roundup, and now I spray them with fertilizer.
Oh.
Ladies, you were wonderful this morning. Thank you so very much for joining us. And this was truly delicious. So thank you for sharing it with us.
Thanks
for having us.
And the Arizona Sonoran Desert Museum is having their Desert Delights at the desertmuseum.org. Again, that number is 883-2702 and desertmuseum.org.
Still ahead on the Morning Blend, some tips to start up your summer beauty routine.
Plus, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, drowning is the leading cause of unintentional death for kids 1 to 4. Right after the break, we'll give you some safety tips for happy pool time.